Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Tangled Skeins. I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. We are December 15th, 2012, and this is episode 19. I'd like to welcome back returning viewers and welcome any new viewers. Hope you enjoy the show.
And I'm Kari, also known as Jaded Knitter, and you can find us on Blip, YouTube, and iTunes under Tangled Skeins. And our website or blog with all of the show notes and all of that good stuff is twotangledskeins.wordpress.com. And please come join our Ravelry group, which is, strangely enough, also Two Tangled Skeins. Because, you know.
Like to keep it consistent, you know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, FOs.
Oh, right. Okay.
I told you you'd be starting.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I listen well.
I literally have to put my knitting down as well.
I've finished, we're now up to almost 3 sets because I've still got a bit of a pink one left of these, which I'm now done with. One set, the adult set, is in the mail already.
Yay.
She should have them probably early next week.
Nice.
And these two are to be delivered on Monday. There are actually 4, because these are just one of each, to a coworker. And these are the Newfoundland mitts, and the pattern, it's a traditional pattern. So if you just look up Newfie mitts or Newfoundland mitts on Rav, it comes up with a bunch of patterns, and they're all about the same, because I don't know which one I've used because I used a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And then the other FO is a really, really old one. And this is, you know,
it takes 3 of us to hold this up.
Yeah. On the theme of Christmas and snow and whatnot, this is a giant ass snowflake.
Yeah, you could put this on the wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it is actually wearable. It was designed so that it has armholes.
You gonna demonstrate that?
No.
Okay.
Or, you know, you could toss it on a cat.
Yeah, you know, like my cat earlier. Just
yeah,
like,
I come in, I show it to Sue, and then I chuck it on her cat.
She's just like sitting there going, what the... Okay, I'm just not gonna move.
Yep. And this was done by Even Howard. It was done on an eye hook. This is actually crocheted. Back in like 2007 or something. It was pre-Ravelry when I did this, because I just added this to my project page.
It's good that it's actually, you found it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was off the website, Crochet Me. And it's out of some white acrylic, that worsted weight acrylic that I got from Walmart.
Fun stuff.
I have no idea what it actually is.
It's a snowball.
Because, you know, that was going to happen.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, that's my giant ass snowflake, which does occasionally get worn as like a scarf, because it actually works quite well as a scarf.
Well, yeah.
It looks really odd, but it does work.
But it works. Cool. That's it?
That's it for finished objects, yeah.
I have one.
Yay!
I has one. Here's the scarf. And it keeps going and going and going, and it's done. And you will see it's the warmest scarf ever, basically a tube, but both ends don't match. One has ribbing, one does not. That's how it's going to stay. And he's fine with that. Because I finished the ribbing on the one side Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just went, that's it, I'm done. So this is the warmest scarf ever by Glennisee. The colorful yarn on the top is Punta yarn, the brown is Lustra, and the green here is Ultra Alpaca. It was done on 4.5 millimeters, which is a US 7. And he told me the other day, it was made for my husband, he told me the other day he loves it. Keeps his, he's got short hair, of course, so he said it keeps the back of his neck warm. And that's all I have for finished objects. Do you want me to keep going for
Sure.
What's on the needles? What's on the needles? My color affection is back. I've done, what, 12 individual rows, which my green marker, you can see right here. So it's coming along. People are telling me it looks like some kind of minty thing.
After 8s.
What?
After 8s.
After 8s. But basically, where the color ends here, this is all I have left to join all the stripes, and then I get to the, what do you call it, an edging, which will be in the green. And this is a well-used pattern. It's, I like I said, The Color Affection by Vera Välimäki. The green is a yarn by Cantrix. The ivory is Cascade Heritage, and the brown is called Chocolate Truffle, which is a friend of ours, Amanda. What is her website again?
Wayside Weeds and Wool on Etsy.
Yeah, and so that is from her. So really nice stuff. It was done on 4mm needles, and which is a US 6. Yeah.
And actually, if you look up Night and Day on Ravelry,
Yeah.
that's Amanda, and she has a link to her Etsy shop, and she has some really nice yarns. So go check her out. And designs. Oh my God, her designs.
Her designs are amazing. Also on the needles are some vanilla socks in a chocolate covered cherry colorway, which is, I found the card, by Knitting Rose. So knittingrose.com is her website, and I'll link that in the show notes, but it's called Chocolate Covered Cherries, and the bottom green marker is where I did up until today, and the top green marker is what I've done today. And it's got an afterthought heel, so if you can see the white line, that's the afterthought heel. I already have, the second one is already done. It's right here. So
and that's on US 2.5s?
2.5.
Or sorry, 2.5 millimeter,
which is a US
1.5.
1.5. So I'm getting there. These are the two of them side by side. So a little bit more. I'll make it. I said what the yarn was?
Yes.
Knitting Rose. Okay, good. And the other thing I have on the needles is the Everdeen Beanie, which is this. It's on the Weekend Hats book. It's the one right on the cover, and it's by Tanis Gray. And I'm knitting it out of Dreaming DK, which is art by Anna, another local dyer, and she has an Etsy shop as well, and I will link that in the show notes. I've gotten the brim pretty much done. Now I'm starting the pattern part. Part I don't like is through the back loop, but it works. And it's on 4mm, which is a US 6. I feel very chatty today.
Sue has had no sleep and lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee, but this is water. Decided to have some water.
Only because we had to pry you off the ceiling.
I don't know what you're talking about. And I forgot to mention the bag that my socks are in. This is Zigzag Stitches, who is, she's in Sarnia.
Yep.
And so she makes these lovely bags. Lovely, I love the thick cord on it. The inside, she has like a matching inside. And it's perfect for socks or small projects, you know, a hat or something. And yeah, so she has, Zigzag, she has the coupon till the end of the month.
Yes.
Yes, and so we'll tell you more about that later, or you can just check the show notes.
Yep.
But yep, cute little bag, love it. Yeah.
Carrie's turn.
Carrie's turn.
I am currently working on ribbing for, it actually isn't a named, it doesn't actually have a name to it. It's a Drops Designs pattern. And it just says Baby Drops 11 to 24. They haven't actually named it yet. And it's a vest that's being done for one of Sue's co-workers. And, oops.
Co-workers' daughters.
Co-worker's daughter. This is the front, as you can see. And then I've got the back half on the needles right now. Currently it's on my brand spanking new that I just got this week, signatures. I love these things. These are 3.5mm, which is a US 4. And then I'll switch it up to a 4.5mm, so a US 7 for the main part of the vest to do the back.
Yep.
And yeah.
Tell them what it's made out of. You must really love me a lot.
It is made out of Bernays satin, 100% acrylic.
With beautiful sheen.
Yeah, it's actually not bad to knit with, but it's the sheen on it, because it's acrylic, and with the sheen it has that plastic feel. So it's a little bit squeaky.
I just knew I wouldn't be able to get it done in time, and I'm like, dude, if I give you cash, pattern and yarn, would you knit that for me? And she's like, sure.
Yeah.
And now you know why I got rid of all my brunette satin and gave it to Sue.
I will be knitting other things out of it, but yes.
Yeah. But,
Because, I have
whatever.
a crap ton of it now.
It's actually not bad. Like, as far as yarns I've knit with before, this stuff isn't bad. It does, like I said, it does have a little bit of a plastic feel to it. It's fine once it's knit up, but it's just a little squeaky.
Yep. It's going to be pretty.
Yep, it will be pretty. And it will be fully washable, which for a child is a good thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the only modification I made to it is I'm lengthening it a little bit. I'm making the ribbing a little longer, and the overall length of the sweater is going to be, it's about 4 centimeters, so inch and 3/4 or so.
Centimeters thing, yeah.
What's
It's not good
drops?
with-
Yeah.
It's drops. I'm not used to doing the conversion.
But yeah, it'll be just over an inch longer than it actually calls for, because I figure it's for a little girl, and it's probably going to be a little big on her anyway, just because she's a tiny little thing. So if we make it a little bit longer, it just means that she'll have more of a chance to grow into it. And quite frankly, if it's too long on her, hey look, it's a dress!
Yeah, it's better to be big than small.
Exactly.
Or like just fitting, and then you don't get much wear out of it. So,
Exactly.
but, yeah, I just love the little design, the little, what do you call the squares on the front?
It's just a standard knit purl checkerboard.
Checkerboard, that's it. So what else you knitting? Are you going to show it?
Yeah. So that's the kind of the checkerboard pattern that's on the front there.
The waist yarn is Selma's husband's sweater.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Selma.
As she's knitting on her husband's sweater and pulls off a piece, and I'm like, hey, cool, waist yarn. Gimme.
Thank you. It was like exact perfect timing.
Yep. Because it's the right size, too. It's big enough that it's going to keep the holes. Because you don't use the same size yarn for waist yarn, because it won't keep the holes
You need them
big
to
enough.
stay big enough.
Exactly.
Right.
What am I doing? Oh, I have it reversed. That's why. Like, why am I not? Yeah. Oh, right. I have other things on the needles.
Yes. I'm the scatterbrained one.
No, you're just over coffeeed.
Hey.
Hi. I've been working on my Even Star again. So I am, oops.
I was going to say, hey, wait a minute. Isn't it an even shawl?
No, it's Even
Even
Star.
star.
You can see kind of from the white marker down here to the top, that's what I've done this week.
How many stitches around?
500 and something, or 560 and something. But I'm back down to where I have rest rows. Oh my god, I love rest rows. Because this whole portion here where the kind of the window painting is, down here,
There are none.
there are none. It's, there's patterning on both sides of the, like on both sets of stitches around. But once you hit the top up here, there isn't. So it's actually going quite a bit faster now that I'm back to rest rows.
And how many rows did you say you were away from the edging last night? 18?
18, I think.
18. And then it's the edging and beads.
Yep. And I just have to get beads for it. And that I have in my zigzag stitches bag. Which is,
we love them.
yes, we do. Which is squirrel! Because it has little tiny, I don't know if you can see it, the little
Orange
squirrels
squirrel.
there. And owls. But squirrel!
You do remember the note that came with that bag, right?
Yes. I still have the note that
Oh,
came
did
with
you
the
keep
bag.
it?
Yes. I do still
Big
have it.
block letters, squirrel. That was awesome.
And the Even Star is on 3.25 millimeters, which is a US 4.
And it's knit out of?
And that is knit out of, oh right,
Show notes. We has them.
Fleece Artist, and it's Saldana 2. There isn't any colorway. Fleece Artist doesn't do colorways, but I do happen to really like their yarn. And I'm almost done the first ball. Almost. Which is kind of scary because I will probably use most of the second ball.
Just for the edging.
Exactly,
Yeah.
to do a couple more inches on the actual shawl and then to do the edging. And then the other thing I have is the chrysanthemum mitts, which is by Heather Desserut. And she's the same lady who designed the Joie de Printemps, which I was knitting before. And this is done out of, the orange is Handmaiden in Casbah, which I picked up at one of our local yarn stores.
It's closing today.
It was closing today. Just knitting out in Carlton Place. And she's actually going to be online, so you can actually still order from her, which is good.
Yep. We love
Hi,
you,
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
And then the white is Luette Gems. And that's also knit on 2.25s, which is a US 1.
Explain what those are.
And these are a set of signature US 1s on the I haven't finished my coffee today, and I probably should have done that before we started recording because I can't talk.
2.25.
2.25 US 1 circulars, which originally had been gotten for Sue, and then she decided that she
Would lend them to you,
would lend them to me,
and then I decided she can keep them.
and then she said Merry Christmas.
Because
So-
really, I need size 4s. That's my usual size. If I'm going to start with anything.
So,
Yeah.
I have
Her
signatures.
response was, what?
Really?
What?
Really?
And
Okay.
then she double checked with me at knit night last night.
Yes,
Are
you
you
should
sure?
mention that those are new
Yes,
They
those are brand new.
spanking new.
because Signature only came out with those in the fall.
Yep. And I'm hoping that they come out with the sizes to fill in between the 2.25 and the 3.25. So there's 3 sizes they're missing.
Yeah, so... And which ones are they rejigging? The size
The 7s, which is the 4.5 millimeter,
4.5, okay.
are currently unavailable because they're being reworked.
Yeah, so I'll order some 4s in the new year. Because that and 4.5 seem to be what I knit on all the time.
Yeah.
And then, I'll try a pair of socks on those because I'm sure she'll lend them to me.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so that's it for on the needles.
Yep.
Wheel?
Oh, wait a minute. Well, I guess I should probably show
Yeah,
it.
maybe that would be a good idea.
The mittens, these are the chrysanthemum mittens, and that's what they will look like when they're done. And they're actually out of Knitty, the winter 2011 Knitty, so they're a free pattern.
Even better.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love knitting.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the last one.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot in the current issue that...
I didn't look at the last one, so I can't
Yeah.
say.
I like a couple of the sweaters. I've got to say I do like, there's one, and I've completely forgotten the names of everything because I thought...
Coffee.
Well, I didn't think to write any of them down because memory, I don't have one. There's a couple of the sweaters that I really like. There's one that has a bit of, just a tiny bit of color work around the collar. And it's just a kind of a lattice work pattern.
Okay.
And I like that. And I think there's a pair of socks in there that I really like.
Yeah, so I
At
wasn't
least there's
crazy about any of the
something.
socks, but normally I find 7 or 8 patterns that I really, really like, and this time I was like, eh.
Wasn't out of the ballpark for you.
There
I
was
haven't
one
seen it
sweater
yet,
I really
so-
liked, but the model turned me off so much that I
Oh,
was
I
just,
hate that.
she looks like a China doll, and it was just so surreal and kind of Barbie dollish that I was just, eh.
Yeah,
Plus,
sometimes that happens.
there's no way that the pattern has my size on it, so
And if it did, you would hope that it's adjusted properly.
yeah.
Although Knitty does tend to be pretty good about that.
Yes.
A lot of, like, stuff that has a lot of complicated stuff, though, I tend to leave it for a week or two, just so other people can go through it, find all the problems,
And then we can.
and then we can do it. Because occasionally there does, a typo or whatever gets in there.
Yeah. My problem with this issue is that it's all trendy stuff.
Oh,
None
well.
of it's really classic
I
stuff.
guess I'm going to have to look it up now because,
Yes.
give my opinion.
Heat.
And so that's it for that?
Yep.
Yeah. On the wheel, nothing. I will be putting something new. I think I'm going to put one of my loop bats on the wheel this week. But whether or not I can show it or not, because it depends if I fill a bobbin or not. Because I'm not going to, pick up the wheel and
No.
show. Well, I could, but,
That would be complicated because we're in a small room.
yeah. And enhancements, you already showed your needles.
Yep.
Yeah, you didn't get DPNs this time, did you?
No, I got a set of 2.25 DPNs.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I didn't bring them with me, though, because that didn't occur to me.
Are Kelly's?
No,
No,
signatures.
Oh.
Because I want to knit myself the Kittery socks.
Oh, that's right.
Because I got the pattern for those and the yarn and the beads and everything at Rhinebeck.
Yes.
And
Rhinebeck.
I want to knit those, possibly while I'm on vacation, but I want to get the Even Star finished first.
You're going to have some time off. You'll be
Yep.
able to get most of that done. But you're not going to do your socks magic loop with the...
You
the
can't.
I just gave you?
They're,
Oh, you can't. Okay.
It's a 2.25 that it calls for.
Those are 2.25s.
Sorry, it calls for 2.5.
Thank
My
you.
apologies.
Okay. Moving along.
Coffee.
So
Oh,
other
I love
things.
coffee.
We still have 2 coupon codes going in the group for my shop, which is S87, and I sell stitch markers. I don't have any cards up there right now. I'm a little bit lax on that. I've been making cards for people and selling them, just not through the site.
So if you want some, just PM her. And
Just PM me and I can make you whatever kind of cards you want. I'm hoping to get some up after Christmas. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do any for
And
before
what's
Christmas.
the coupon code?
It's 2 Tangled Skeins 10.
Okay.
I was just
'Cause
going to say go to our thread. And also Zigzag Stitches is 2 Tangled Skeins 10, and both of them expire December 31st. And then I also wanted to mention this book that did I mention this already on the show?
I think you only mentioned it in passing, because you
Yeah.
haven't actually talked about it.
This book that Kari got me, it's Charts Made Simple. She basically got it for me to shut me up because I'm always complaining about charts. And so it showed up one day and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't order this book. I was freaking out thinking, when did I order this book? I don't remember ordering this book. Ended up on the waybill, I found Kari's name. She gifted it to me.
I got it gift wrapped and everything, because I figured that would, you know.
I totally didn't. And it's by J.C. Breyer?
Yes.
Yeah, so Charts Made Simple, Understanding Knitting Charts Visually. And it's got, let's find a page here, like, it's got really good pictures in it. I'm going through it bit by bit. And the one thing they do mention, like, they've got schematics galore in there. Hopefully you can see that. And it's explaining a lot to me, but the one thing it does explain is not everybody has the same symbols, and ain't nothing you can do about it. So, you know, once I got used to some symbols, I tried to do a chart, and the chart had different symbols. So I'll get there.
Yeah, there's some that tend to be fairly universal, with like a little bit of variation on them, but unfortunately knitting symbols do not.
Yeah, like it's...
Kelly, the terms aren't standardized.
Yeah,
So.
the only time you'll get standardized charts and terms is if you're doing Japanese knitting,
Yeah, and
because
it's
they regulate.
And it's got pictures, like it's showing you detail, what the cables and stuff are. So I'm really liking it, and hopefully I will start something with the chart soon, because right now I'm kind of everything charts.
It was one of the gifts for knitters that the Yarn Harlot put up this year.
Oh, she did?
She's doing
Yes.
her gifts for knitters again.
Yeah. So it's Charts Made Simple by J.C. Breyer, and I took it out of the library many times, so to have it in my library, it's really nice.
You know, we haven't heard from her since she had it out for them all.
True. Okay, now you're gonna have to tell the whole story, because now
Well, no,
No,
they can
she
go
just-
read it.
They can
they
go read her
read
blog.
the Yarn Harlot's blog. I mean, really.
Yeah,
Who doesn't
true.
know where the Yarn Harlot lives?
Exactly. But it's-
But yeah, no, it is a really good book, and it's something that if you're looking to learn more about charts,
I find it's really well written.
it would be helpful. And it has, like she said, it has both the charts for lace as well as the charts for cables, which is good because the two of them they're not always done the same.
No.
So it's got both that you can look at.
And it's nice because the pictures are blown up, and yeah. Anyways, it's a good book. So if you're confused about charts like I am, go get it.
Yeah,
It's worth it.
it is.
And I think that's
Pretty much it.
We hear a clicking sound. He's probably putting some lights on outside or something.
That's her husband and Christmas lights.
Christmas
most likely.
lights. He did the roof. I think he's doing around the window or around the door. I'm not sure. He's making noise out there. Let's just say so.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, that's it.
Yep.
I think it's probably going to be a shorter episode. Not sure.
Probably.
Anyway, so we'll see you next week.
Rob will be here.
Yay!
Yes.
That's it. We're recording in the living room, and Rob is going to be on camera, whether he likes it or not. Hi, Rob.
Sweet.
Make sure my husband doesn't have plans because it is days before Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
We can always record at Carrie's.
Yeah, we could actually record
We
at my
could.
place.
Anyways, we'll see. It'll either be on Saturday or on Sunday, but yeah, it's really getting close to Christmas, so I need to know what the plans are.
Yep.
So that's it.
Bye.